Hello and welcome to the Fast Forward show, Meet the People. Today, we're meeting the people at Star Linen. I'm delighted to interview Helen Jones, who's the sales office manager at Star Linen. Helen discovered the textile industry through a chance conversation when she heard about a sales supervisor role in a bed and linen factory. 20 years later, she's still in the textile sector. Welcome, Helen.
Hi, Louisa. How are you?
Very good, thank you. So, Helen, you've been described by Stephen Broadhurst, your managing director, as the heartbeat of the organisation.
Yes.
What a lovely thing to say.
That is everything, yes.
Yeah, your job title, sales office manager, is not a true representation of the jobs that you do. You're at the forefront of the customers and the team that deal with the customers. You are responsible for any issues with products, any feedback from customers. You've got the full feel of the team, the customers, and you're responsible for the full product and customer satisfaction.
Yes.
So that's kind of sales office management, sales operations, sourcing, kind of
sourcing, yeah.
A lot of roles in there. So many companies have several people that do these different jobs.
Yeah.
How do you balance your time to be so effective?
Prioritizing it, really, and making sure that, first of all, the customer gets what they need when we promise them they're going to get it. So if there's a quotation that needs to win, I always make sure that all the quotations are done, because any large quotations come past my desk so I can look at them, make sure that they're getting the right pricing. And also I sit in with the team. My desk is right in the heart of the office. I don't have my own office. I sit in with the team so I can hear things as things are happening. So if, for instance, I can hear there's a large order coming in, that stock is needed, I'm on it straight away. And I'm just constantly thinking about what everybody needs, what we need as Star Linen. It's a team of 8. Mm-hmm. Obviously, with lockdown and things, there's just a small skeleton staff there, but there's a team of 8 and myself.
You've got your team around you. You know, there's no sort of in your ivory tower in the back office anywhere. You're right in the middle of it. You're hearing, you're seeing everything that's going on. Tell me, what a typical day, what kind of extreme things that you might have going on at any one point.
Well, when you're in an office environment, you've got people working for you, and everyone is different. They all have their different ways of working. So you have to manage that first and foremost, because you have the ones who are impatient, they need things now. You have the ones that you have to motivate sometimes because they've had a bad day, they're not getting as many sales as somebody else. So that's part of my role as well, keeping everyone happy, keeping them all up, making sure, that, because telesales is a tough job. You see one of your teammates getting some big orders in, you just plowing away, you're not getting anywhere. So part of my role is to ensure that they still keep motivated. They know that on the next call it could come, that big order, and keeping morale up. That's a big part of my day. Mm-hmm. The other side of it then is to ensure that they've got the stock that they need to make sure that they can get the sale, because sometimes customers will wait, so we have to make sure that we've got the stock in. So that's part of my job. And also making sure the people out on the road, Stephen, Nigel, that they've got what they need to sell. They're in front of the customer. They're going to send me a quotation in to make sure
I have this vision of people in your company saying, speak to Helen, she knows what she's doing. Yeah, Helen deals with that. Yeah, Helen knows all about that. Speak to Helen. Is that what it's a bit?
Sometimes it can be like that. Yes. And sometimes I try to take away any of the stress of people, so they don't have to worry about, am I going to get that stock in? Am I going to get the right price to sell to that customer? So they can just carry on and get on with what they need to do. And then I'll worry about how I do it, how we get it in, how we make sure that I liaise with the warehouse. Can they do it on that day? There's 1,000 packs that need to go out. Don't you worry about that. I'll make sure that we can get it out. You just move on to your next call. Otherwise, some sales people can get bogged down in that.
Yeah.
And then that's 10 calls made that day, not 50.
So you've been with Star Linen since the start. You were one
Yes.
of 4 members of the management team that, with the help of the American backer, and obviously
Yes.
Stephen Broadhurst heading it.
Yes.
And you set up Star Linen.
We did.
Yes, amazing. So tell me what it is you really enjoy about the culture and working for Star Linen.
It feels like a family-run business.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone looks after each other. You know, we all are there for each other. If you need any help with anything, work-wise or personal, everybody's there for you. And because we started it from the start, you feel emotionally,
Attached to it.
Yes, you feel emotionally attached to it.
Yeah.
And you really want it to succeed. I know wherever you work, you want it to succeed. But we've seen this, you know, from finding a premises, bringing staff on board, even getting somebody in to put some new lights in. You know, we've been involved in all of it from the start. So you really feel like basically it's your own business.
Mm-hmm.
And a family-run field business is just such a lovely environment to work in. And I know I'm not saying corporate companies are fantastic. They've got extra benefits that we may not have with a family-run business, but you do feel, like I say, emotionally attached to it. I do anyway, and I know the people I work with do. We've got some fantastic people working there. And like I say, they also feel it's their business, from how they feel when they make a sale, how they feel when the goods go out the door, bringing on a new customer, because don't forget, we didn't have one customer when we started. Mm-hmm. You know, so bringing in those customers one at a time has just been fantastic. And you do feel like, wow, this is great. This is, you know,
it seems
there for.
You know, it feels like a family business. You feel like everybody cares about
Yes.
each other and about the job that they do.
Yes.
And it sounds to me like everything matters.
It does. When you win a £50 order to winning a £1,000 order, a £10,000 order, you feel just as, you know, elated winning the small ones as you do the big ones. And that's what it's all about. And when we bring on new customers, like I say, they've never heard of Star before, some of them, you know, and that's what makes it special. And to see now that we're becoming a bigger player out there as well, where people have heard of us. Oh yeah, we know Star Linen, we know Stephen Broadhurst, and that's what's special as well, that we've gone from nothing to that.
So how would you describe Stephen Broadhurst?
Stephen, the most enthusiastic, motivational man I've ever met.
Fantastic. Helen, you have been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for, you know, really bringing Star Linen to life.
Thank you.
Life and what it is like to work at Star Linen.